Hi, and welcome to the Trucking Scribe. Today we're going to make this tea box. I'm going to show you how to make it. I got directions and then the video to go with it. We're going to do some little tea envelopes with these, and we're going to actually put the tea bag with the little thing and stick it in here all the way, so you'll see what it kind of looks like when it's done. And I tied it up, made it really cute. So I think I'm going to add some more stuff to it, maybe a little journal that matches, so that it is like a little gift set for Christmas. But enjoy the video. I think today's going to be short and pretty quick. I don't know. We'll see. You know how I get sometimes. So this, I know I've showed you guys my tea bag, we call that tea bag envelope. Well, this one is called Jasmine, and it has some pretty yellows and browns in it. And I think I'm going to do one without the Merry Christmas and just put it up there so you have just, because this can be year round. So here's the envelopes we've looked at before, but we're going to cut some out today and put them together. Here, let me see, put this up here. So I did try to show you how I finally come up with the direction or the sizes for these little tea boxes, but you can see this is the first one. Let me think. This one is the second and third one. So here's some of the little teacups, and this one's called Tea Time because of the teacups, Christmas cups. Then I have this one. It has folded sides and then a little top that folds in and closes. And then, okay, I can't even get it to close right now. So that one's okay, but the last one I made this a little bit deeper. And you just sit it in there like that, and you have a little box. Now, I printed the envelopes off at the same size on the printer as I did the boxes. So if you're using borderless, your box should coordinate to your envelopes. If you're using non-borderless, the same thing. It should all size out just right. So if you look, there is a little spot here where you can pull these out. They fit sideways like this. And you got plenty of room to put probably 15 or more, depending on what you want to do. So I'm going to move these to the side. I did make a page with directions. So the first part says, cut out both box pieces and score on the black lines. So on here, I have black lines. On here, they're kind of light beige. My neighbor has their lawnmower out. So I've been very surprised because this was not something that I had expected to sell a lot, but it is becoming my most sold product on my digital website. So I thought, well, I definitely need to get a box made. And this is all I do to get it started, is cut it out. Now the directions right here, they show the teacup tea time set, but these directions go for any of these little boxes. If you're familiar with putting boxes together, then you kind of know what's going on here. So I'm just cutting these little angles out right there to give it a little more room of ease to fold in. And I printed this on 110-pound cardstock. I also added these little things that you fold in half. You can staple onto your little tea bag. So here we're going to cut down to right there where those two meet. Just a straight line down to that little mark. Same thing over here. Then I'm going to take and cut on those two little brown lines right there and pull that out. This is just going to give our little box a little bit more room. Now you can cut this white part off or you can leave it. And I'll show you what I mean. So here I'm using this 6-inch mark on my dirty scoreboard. And I'm lining up this and this side and okay, so I need to first do this part and stop because right here we're going to score down there. And then I'm going to do this side. So right now I just have two score lines, one here and one here. So I need one right there. What I can do is line up my score lines right here and right there with this little point and just come across. And then I can turn this, same thing, kind of line up there, line up here, and just score it. Now, if you're good at folding, which I'm not, you could probably fold this without scoring. But you just score on all these little lines, all these little brown lines that you see right here. So right now we are cut on both box pieces, score on the black lines, which, like I said, the black lines are on here. They're brown right here. See, and so I'm gonna score all the way down here. I was surprised at how much time it took me to figure out this box. I mean, I even started from a tea box and all, and I wasn't happy until I finally got to about right here. Okay. So I am going to link this tutorial with the tea bag and box listing so that you'll have it. So then we've done all this. Now we're going to come down here. It says fold and glue A, B, and C on the score line. So A, B, and C are going to be on this piece. So here's A, B, C. And I like to take and use my long folder and crease this down better. Now see, here is why I said you didn't necessarily have to cut that off. You really won't see that. It'll just bring it down a little bit further. So then that side. And I will tell you on this, this works better. Or quicker, not better. It's quicker than regular glue. I'm just rolling it on there. And I got a little bit on the outside of that one. And then here too, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm not a good glue stick or glue rolling person. You have to see me with whiteout correction tape. Whiteout's what it used to be called. Alright, let go of my paper. So now you have the insides of your bag, your box. I'm saying bag because I've been working on bags too. And right here, I'm a little over, so I'm just going to trim that off. And I'll probably be a little over on this side too. Yeah. I'm just going to trim that off. Now, what I did on this one, see I've got little notches. You can, I think I'm going to use my corner rounder. Oh, that's better. So I'm folding it the same way I did that and trim and clipping that. So then you do have this part that if you wanted to, you could probably go in there and clip it, but I'm not going to because I like it the way it is. So with this little box, you could get jasmine tea and put in it. That would be a great little project, a great little gift. So I'm just going to finish folding on my lines. And we'll come over to piece number 2, and I'm going to fold it on their crease lines. Haven't done that yet. Like I said, I just like using my scoring tool. It makes that corner of the crease to fold better and look neater. So you can take and print on this side if you wanted the inside of your box to be printed. Just use a background page that you might have, or trying to think, I don't remember if I put backgrounds in these. I'll try and look. So now we have folded and glued A, B, and C, which is this piece. So we got A, B, C, and we notched it. Then glue flap D to the inside of panel 1. So what I was calling panels is this block right here. These are going to be the flaps right there. But this is a panel, this is a panel, this is a flap, flaps, flaps, flap, and a panel. So this, on this one, is the second piece. Oh, wait a minute. I done jumped ahead. Okay, so we got panels and flaps figured out. So now, on the first piece we were working on, we did A, B, and C flap. Now we're going to do D and E. D is going to go to panel 1, and E is going to go to panel 3. What we're going to do is put tape or glue right here, and it's going to fold just like that on both sides. So you want the flap to go in. So I'm just going to put some glue or the little tape there, and you can use score tape too. I have some somewhere, I just don't know where. So here I'm trying to get it square as much as possible, and that's why I like this glue better, because I didn't have to sit here and wait. So we're here, so we've done that, and this is what it looks like. Then we're going to come down here, and this is where it gets a lot going on. So we've already done D and E. I just pulled it down so that you could see the whole thing together if you needed to. Then we're going to glue flap F to the bottom panel. So right here is flap F. If we're looking at this is the top panel. It's going to be the back one. And then this is F. So that's F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and M. So I tried to just go in the alphabetical order. So first we're going to glue F, where am I at? F to the bottom panel, which is this. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put some tape or glue right there. Now what I did was I put this flap inside like this, and that's the other thing. And I do take my bone folder and kind of squish it down. So now you can see we've got this all together. And I'm actually a little off on this side, so I'm just going to see if I can, see, that's some of the problem with the glue stick. So then I'm going to come and do, that was F, next glue flap G to panel 1. So flap G here is going to be, turn my circle, my thing around. So I'm looking at it the same way. So this is G. We're going to glue it to panel 1, which is right here. And we're going to just fold it in like that, the same way. Then, I want to glue these at the same time, we're going to do H right here to panel 3, like that. And I just take and put glue on these both at the same time. It's easier to get it in here, and I just got glue past my little. And I'm going to fold those in. I'm going to pull this up. And I'm going to try, I'm looking to get it as straight as possible before I actually let it meet. But you can see it's a little off, and I do have excess glue, so I'm just going to take my finger and rub it off. They do have glue erasers. Okay. So then we have this part. This is going to be our top. So again, we're looking at a box. Here's the tea time. There's the middle. So then we're going to glue flap M to the tea time flap, which is right here. So this is M. Just going to flip it over and put some glue right there. And I'm going to try and make sure I get to the edges on this one. I'm going to fold it in. See where we're at? Right here. Then glue K to flap I, which is right there. So this is going to be K and this is going to be I. We're going to put some more glue right there. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And these are just going to fold in and match up right there. So these would make great little Christmas gifts for friends and family. But the way I've got the box so it will close is I've got these two flaps. They're going on the inside. And then this, if you look, it's falling right in there. Okay. Wrong side. So I like putting my good feeling side to where it's towards the outside on my tape. I'm just going to stick this in, see if I can get it in there where I want it. And then, let's see, did it stick? I'm just going to stick it in here. So then, yeah, just like this, push these flaps in, and then it just velcros right there. So what I'm going to do is cut these out. So I have cut some of these out. Where did my metal ruler go? I think it's in the other room. And you know, I forgot the one thing that I did want to do together, because you can see how they're not quite stacked up together when you look at them that way. So what I'm going to do, especially if I have a section like here's 1, 2 that I can do together. I'm going to take my ruler, and I have a box knife. Some people have box cutters, scalpels, different tools to do this with. I'm going to go from this, on this black line down to here, and I'm doing this one 2 at a time, and I'm going to cut across once or twice, maybe about 3 times, so I make sure that I cut through that hole on both of them. And it's much easier when you do it this way and you've got a stack. Let's see, I don't know if I want to do that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I'm going to do 4. I think. So right now they are still pretty even, and you can, if they come off your printer, they should be pretty good to go. Is just score it down. And like I said, you're trying to get to that bottom. So the more paper you have, the more you want to score it. And I could feel that time where it finally give way to the bottom. So right now, I'm not feeling the give. I think right there. Now look at this, where I didn't trim straight, but I'm going to trim that off. I already did those. Okay. Now these, I'm just going to have to do one at a time because I really don't think I can square them up. So you could do one at a time, you could do 2 at a time. Okay, so after you get all these cut out, all the little tip things cut out, we're just scoring along this line from here where this point meets to here, straight across. Then this point to this point, there's not a line there. But if you line up your scoreboard like this with a little mark and score it straight down to this other side, you'll get it. So now what I'm going to do, I've scored all these, I cut them out. I'm just going to sit here and fold these down like I want them to be. Where I've got nice, neat little folds. So when I printed out these tea bag envelopes, I got one of the first ones that I had downloaded and didn't realize it. This is the one that's loaded up in Etsy with this teacup on all the fronts. So I apologize for that. Then what I'm going to do after I got all these folded like this is I'm just going to put some glue right here. You don't need to go all the way up, and I'm going to show you why. See, there's a little bit right there. And the other thing that I want to do, I forgot about it again, is I do want to put a notch in there. So I'm just going to go through here and grab all these and give them notches. Now, if you want to put stress inks on them, you can. And these little notches, I do several of them at a time. This is my 1.5 inch, which seems to be a good one to use. Yeah, I was sitting here folding all these, and I realized there was no teacup on the front. They looked kind of lonely. Right now, I have 7 or 8 different designs up at the moment, and I'm trying to get more. So if you have any ideas or you like a certain tea or something, let me know and I'll see what I can do to get something that would match up with it. So now all I'm going to do is, again, put glue here. I'm not going all the way up. Since you already got them folded, it really doesn't take a lot once you get them folded to finish them up. And you see I'm not putting a whole lot of glue on it. Okay. So I have this over here. I don't know that one needs that. So let me. Okay, so I went and I did make these bigger. They might be too big now. Let's see. I'll trim them out real quick. I'm just poking that up in there. Yeah, that just fits just perfect in the middle. Of course, if you get these all out like I did at one time, it's going to be a little challenging. But if you have somebody that loves tea or coffee, I don't know if they make little coffee bags like this. It's interesting to look. But you could buy you a big thing of tea, like the Lipton's single tea bags or something like that. And like I said, if you don't get all tangled up like me, you could fold all these and then do it instead of doing like me, doing one at a time. So it would be quicker if you go ahead and fold them. Yeah, I think with leaving that little label on is going to help. And like I said, if you just do the same thing over and over, it's probably going to be quicker that way. Just don't get your lines all crooked. So then I'll put these in because I don't want to get too many out and get them all lopsided. See how those just go in there nice and pretty. And if you had the tea bags that were already in there individually wrapped, you could these are made big enough if you print full size borderless, they should fit in here. I did want to make them bigger for that, so if you did fix tea and you didn't want to take them completely apart. So I don't think my box is going to hold 15 of these. And this one I see is a little bit poking out, so I'm just going to trim it. Now, if you made handmade teas, this would be a great way to do that. So you got them all nice and neat. Let me clean this off. See how pretty they are. You just stick them in there. And one thing you can do is kind of move that tea around so that the bottom of the tea bag is not quite all the way up. So now you got this. You could put in a cute little notebook. And I'm thinking I may make some little covers so you can make a little notebook to go with it. I like the brown with this one. I think I would do, I have some red over here. I think I would do with the Christmas ones. And then I'm going to take one string this way and one string that way. There it goes. And then just come up here and tie a bow. I got too much string, I think. Come on now. Turn that way so you're not in your face. So see how pretty that would be. Let's move her over just a little bit. So 10 tea bags fit in this box. That leaves me 5. Should have 5. I'm missing one. I don't know what I did with it. Right here. So that leaves me 5 left that I can put some more in. So if you did a couple of these, you could print out 2 and get 3 tea bags, tea boxes. It's a really pretty thing for Christmas. So I'm going to look at maybe designing a bag and see what I can do about a gift set. So maybe Wednesday I will have something to go with this. I don't know if I'm going to do a bag, do a little, I think a journal for sure. So you can have a little journal and a pen beside it. But I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know what you think about this box design. And it'd be great if you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and leave me a comment and just say, hey, leave me an emoji. It doesn't matter. Just let me know you've been here. Thank you and have a great day.